Hey, what's up guys? Guy01 here, and welcome to the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League. Today we have the Ford EcoBoost Series running their first road course race of the season. This is the Discount Tire 250, live from Daytona Road Course. I got started a little bit late because they started the race almost right after I left that chat, so just getting everything squared away here. But hope y'all enjoyed the doubleheader last night. Should be a fun one tonight with these cars running the first time at a track that is not an oval. I have a bunch of thumbnails set up for these races, just making sure I get the right one. Yeah, it's a Saturday. The Xfinity race IRL just... Yeah, we'll go through the field in just one second, just making sure this is all good to go here. So yeah, we have Swan in, I think this is now 3 poles in a row if you count both races yesterday. So he'll start on pole by a considerable amount. I think it was over 1 second on the starting grid. Downeast is in second. Frank third. Pug qualified fourth in a pretty decent qualifying run there in that 8 car. Lone is in fifth. Hud sixth. Clone is in seventh, and then Ambrose will be bringing up the rear. And yeah, same logic as the Oshkosh races, where the choose cone is going to be that dark strip there going into turn 3 of the oval. And yeah, this first restart is not an actual choose cone, it's just a form up. Alright y'all, we're going to have 3 stages tonight. First and second stages are going to be 10 laps apiece, plus obviously the pace lap for each one. Then the final stage I believe is going to be 18 laps, so definitely going to be a longer race than what we had for either of the ones we did last night. And here we go. They're going to come down to the start-finish line and go green. And the winner of the opener race, wow, it just happened last week and I can't remember. But coming down to the start-finish line, green flag is out. They're going to go to that big wraparound first corner with a heavy braking zone. Frank is going to give Swan a huge push. It sounds like they're almost wrecking in the back. Everything's fine for now. I cannot believe I can't remember who won the race last week. That's actually wild. Swan's going to hold the lead going off into turn 2. Everybody's staying pretty single file. You see Lone's going to try to duck under the 9 car and go for that position. Whoa! Sounds like someone's loose in the back. Nope. It's just the 88 car. Swan gets out to a decent lead. Downeast is going to try to challenge him. And we saw this a lot last night with both of those races. It was Swan and Downeast battling for most of it. Now coming around this double left-hander going back to the oval, we're going to see if Downeast can close the gap and try to challenge Swan up there for the lead. Wow, he got in the gas really soon, but Swan's going to be able to pull away just a little bit. Now we're going to see how powerful this draft is, because we haven't really seen these cars race in a pack except for the oval. And again, this is the race that I was most interested to see out of all the races this weekend, just because this is a brand new car to this league. We normally don't run this car. And yeah, I just wanted to see how these things would perform in a road course. Downeast got really close to having all 4 in the grass. Looks like he's fine. Pug is getting really loose out of the bus stop. He's going to fall way off pace. He's definitely going to lose a few positions with that. And Clone, we figured out that when he qualified, he actually did not have all of the correct parts on his car. And because of that, he literally qualified over 5 seconds off pace, but now he's already up to 4th place now that that car is correct. Lone Wolf, another longtime veteran of this league, up to 3rd place. I think he qualified in 5th or 6th. Again, the first lap goes completely green with no cautions, as the 8 car almost brings one out right there, but he's going to keep it straight as the 9 car's in the grass. 9 car saves it 2 as the 8 car's loose again. Everybody's going haywire right now. Hoping things can settle down a little bit. It's really early on, boys. They're still getting loose back there. I'm watching Frank and Pug because these guys right now are really unstable. Now the craziest thing is, when we raced yesterday with the doubleheader, RFK Racing, oh god, Frank really missed that corner. RFK Racing had the most cars fielded with 3. And tonight they literally only have 1 car. Pudge was not able to make it tonight because he's running part-time. Beast is not running any series except for Oshkosh. So yeah, Definitely a lot of things up in the air right now. Let's look back up at the leaders. Swan is starting to get away from down east just a little bit. Wicked fast lap time there. You see the time gap on the top of the screen. And coming out of the bus stop, we see that gap. So you see the time gap between Swan and Down East. That's the distance between those two drivers, and actually it's gaining in Swan's favor. And just like yesterday, these cars are really starting to get spread out pretty quickly here. There's one car way in the back. It is that 88 car. He is just really off pace. Swan's gonna run a 44.7, which is just about even with what his pole time was to get. Swan crashed! Oh my god! 2 cars crashed into turn 1, and that will be a caution flag. Swan ran head on into that tire barrier, and that's really gonna change things now. Geez, I put the camera back to Down East. I did not know Swan was just sitting there sideways. I am not sure why they're going at such a snail's pace at the moment. Huh, that's interesting. I think they're going to the back of the field just because they were involved in that little crash. Alright, well, with that happening, Lone will take the lead. Clone in second, Pug still in third, Frankie in fourth. That was an early caution, and a really weird type of caution to have the leader crash, and then Down East get right into the back of him. That was just outright strange. Well, it's awfully early for a pit stop. I'm not sure if anybody's going to want to come, but they might. So Lone is one of the better drivers for our Xfinity Series, and this basically is our Xfinity Series, except it's just rebranded and renamed. Because this is the third season for the series, it's just renamed. But Lone, I think, has a couple of Xfinity wins on his stat sheet. And this car, while most of us haven't raced in this car much, he certainly has. So this might be the season that he can really come out of the woodwork and show why he has some of the best speed in this thing. Now it's cool looking at these two cars together because the 43 and the 3, it's literally 2 different 7-time cars running back to back. And I don't want to try to spoil anything from past race results, but again, I recommend you guys to go watch the Daytona 250 and the Longhorn 150, because those Oshkosh cars were wild last night. And I was a little nervous about today. I was a little nervous about the number of people we would have show up for this series, because Saturday is one of those days where it's the weekend, it's Saturday, you know, you don't really want to hop on and play a video game unless you happen to be home, but most people like to go out and do something on a Saturday. But so I have a decent number of drivers showing up for this tonight. And actually, yes, pit road will open this time. And the one thing about this series that's different from last time we ran it was we had a car where we had different manufacturers on it. But since this is clearly the Mustang, you can't call this thing a Chevy Camaro when it's clearly a Mustang. So yeah, we officially partnered with Ford, so everybody runs a Ford in this series. And looking at the fuel mileage, everybody is about dead even. That's pretty cool to see. Ambrose once again, dude. Ambrose has really bad fuel mileage and just a slow car. I think his team is JR Motorsports. He's trying his best to get that car to be fast, but that team is just not giving him good equipment right now. Lone's going to take tires. And Swan. Wow, Lone and Swan, and well, Pug always takes tires, but Lone, Pug, and Swan are going to take tires. And of all the drivers to take the lead, Huds in that 66 Petty car is going to take the lead. All right. Oh, there's a car stop back here. I wonder who that is. That is Down East in the 16. I'm not sure why Swan and Down East are going to the back here. That's odd. Alright, this restart should be interesting because Huds is not normally a car you see near the front, but When they get to the choose cone, I guarantee you it doesn't matter if Hud stays to the outside or if he stays to the inside. Clone is going to go the opposite lane of the 66. Alright, and cars coming out of the bus stop, this is the choose cone, so we're going to see where these brothers line up. See, there's two rookies in 3rd and 4th place. Hud stays low. Wow, Clone stays low. Alrighty. Frank's going to go high on that number 9 Procore car. Again, with RFK being understaffed tonight, he's really got to try his best to give RFK some speed. Then you got Lone and Down East on the outside. 5 cars on the inside. We're going to see how this outside line can hold up. Coming down to the start-finish line, I will say this. I'm a little nervous to see what Huds does on the front row. Pretty even restart. Clone is stuck behind Huds. He got the run, but he has nowhere to go. Frank is going to go to the lead. Stupid camera. Huds is going to try to hold the lead. I think Clone is there for it. No, Huds is going to hold the lead with Lone on his bumper trying to challenge. 8 car sends it off into the grass. He's fine. Lone's going to try the crossover. Look at that crossover from the veteran. What a move by that 43 car. Lone to the lead. And I've mentioned this. I think he ran the Caterpillar car last week, but this Goodyear car he's running is another classic scheme that he used to run back in the olden days. Hud's way to the outside. Down East is going to try to get up there and pass him for second. Huds gets a good run up as Lone gets loose. Huds is going to try to go back up here and challenge for the lead again. Here he goes to the inside. Almost got into the 43. Oh, 16's getting into the 66, and these guys are really close together right now. Down East debating where to go. He's going to push Huds for now. Let's see if Frank maybe tries to go around him or just pushes. And if these guys can get together and push, they might be able to get caught up to the 43 car. Down East trying to push, Frank is trying to push Down East. Frank is going to go low. He looks like he's going to try to maybe pass Huds in the bus stop. These cars right here are running so close together, like they're not getting spread out. This is insane. Lone's getting a little bit of a gap, but then the 5 cars behind him are staying pretty close together. This is amazing. In the back, you got Pug and Ambrose, 2 of the rookies just trying to battle it out back there and get their cars up to speed, really. Frank with a huge shot to Huds. Down East is not going to stay in line with them. And a lot of great-looking race cars. Huds going for the lead to the outside of the 43 car. Here he goes. Aggressive braking. Huds and Frank both under brake for that corner. I'm not sure if they got into the wall or anything. Oh, there's tires screeching. That was the 8 car. Huds is in the grass, trying to get this stupid camera to look at the proper car. All right, everything's... Oh, my God, that 9 car. Stupid camera. Please work. Thank you. Frank under brakes, goes into the grass. Huds is going to go. He's going to fall back to 5th place after those moves. Lone is still in the lead, looking really fast up there at the front of the pack. But now, once again, Down East, one of the fastest drivers on the road courses. It sounds like I keep hearing tires going haywire. Oh, Huds is really loose. He's trying to hold that car. Looks like Frank is loose back there, too. Holy crap. Down East, he's there. He's trying to challenge. He gets a little loose. He's going to fall off a little bit, but that draft should help him get back up to him. A lot of close racing. And don't look now, but the pole sitter is now back up to 3rd place. He's going to try to go up there and challenge. Down East gives a shot to Lone, just trying to push him now. No need to really fight for this lead. Through this bus stop, it's really technical to hit this corner perfectly. Lone got really loose. Yeah, Down East is going to fly by for the lead after that. Lone got into the grass just a little bit too much, and that made him loose. And with that, Swan's going to now try to get up to Lone and try to challenge both of these guys for the lead. So after all of that green flag racing, finally this pack is starting to get spread out a little bit. Took him long enough. Lone, I think he's there. He's not there yet. He's going to try to get a run. Oh, he's going to try this crossover again, it looks like. He went way to the outside. Swan underbraked a little bit. He's going to get into the 43. I thought Lone was going to get sent to the stratosphere. He's all good for now. Just looking through the field, seeing how everybody's doing. Frank's back there in 7th place, basically stuck. I think I've seen almost every car in the field today get loose or almost wreck at some point. And again, we run traditional points in this series, so the winner will get, or the winner of each stage will get 10 points and a playoff point. Then the race winner who wins the final stage will get 40 points and 5 playoff points. Just looking through these cars coming through this corner. Pug got really loose on the rumble strip there. He's fine. Ambrose just trying to keep that car alive at the moment. Driving a Budweiser 88 car. That's pretty cool looking. Back up to the lead. Down East is now getting a commanding lead over Lone. 1.2 seconds and growing. When you have a car that can gain speed like in a straight line without draft or anything, like that's a fast car right there. Then again, Down East joined Stuart Haas. Didn't like how they were doing things over there, and then he decided to go back to Colleague. Colleague opened the door wide open and said, "Come on back." Wondering how long it's going to take Swan to get up to Lone and challenge him. Wow, the gap between Lone and Swan, it's almost just leveled. It's not really moving at all. That's crazy. Now, I forget what lap they pitted on specifically, but I think it was around lap 4. And if that's the case, I don't know if these guys have enough fuel to make it to the end. One thing about these cars, man, they definitely drink. Dude, look how fast they're going and look how much they have to slow down as Swan. Oh my, dude, Swan once again aggressive on those brakes. He makes up so much time going into that corner. Let's see if Swan going to go low here. Lone's going to try to block it. I'm not sure who that was squealing. I thought it was the leader for a second. Man, Hudge was actually up there leading. Here comes Frank trying to get around him. They almost went 3 wide there for a second. Frank is going to rocket by for 5th place. Again, Frank is one of the better drivers with this car because he races a similar car in a different league. Down, he's getting a little loose right there. Pug is going to try to go to the inside of the 66. Hudge gets real. Hudge is going to try to get that position back, and he just basically punted the 8 car. They don't spin out. They're fine. Hudge looks like he's a little inexperienced today. He's pushing really hard trying to make moves, and that car is not doing what he wants it to. Down East is still leading. They're side by side for 2nd place. Whoa, and this is not a good place to go side by side. Yep, Swan's going to go off the track into the grass. He's going to fall way off pace. I don't think, nope, he does not get a track reset, but he's fine. Didn't spin out or anything. Definitely going to hurt his chances, though, of winning this stage. Now the question is, what's everybody's fuel strategy looking like? These guys have to go 2 more laps. Again, it's going to be really close for most of them, I think. And how about Clone again, man? He raced really strong yesterday in the Oshkosh cars when they came here. And now he's once again up to 3rd place in position to challenge for a good spot in this first stage. Oh, now this I want to watch because these two guys have a little bit of a rivalry that has lasted many seasons. Clone used to drive for Lone. Lone fired him off the team late in Season 2 of the Cup Series. And then, yeah, these guys haven't really been friends since then. As Clone is going to take it 2 wide through this corner. No, he's not. He backs off. He thought better of it. Clone seems to be the faster car out of the 2 right now since he got all the way back up here, but he needs to make his move very smartly here. Go to a little inside camera to see what he's doing. So this is what Clone is seeing, basically. Ooh, getting really loose, trying to get everything out of that car through that corner. And you see Lone, he's driving away a little bit, but not much, as the gap is actually starting to close. I think he's starting to get some draft. There is a caution out on the track. We're looking through the field to see what's happening. Not really sure what caused that. And with that, that is going to officially end the stage under yellow, because there's only one lap to go this time by, so if anybody needed to pit this time for gas, all they have to do is make it around one lap under caution, and they should be able to make it. Wow. Again, I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, the only car off pace is the 8 car, and he was up, I think, in 6th or 7th, so maybe something happened to him. But all right. With that, Down East will officially get the stage win. Lone's going to take home a 2nd place, Lone 3rd. The only surprising factor is Swan back there in 5th place, because he got bumped out by the 43 car. Just unfortunate racing incident, but no harm there. And again, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute little break in between the stages just to let these guys do whatever they need to do. Then we'll come back and start stage 2. And even though they're running, it seems like they're running full steam right now, they're just running a little bit faster to get this lap finished. The results will stand as they were when the yellow was thrown. Again, hope you all are liking the streams we've been doing. And once I get more added to our collection, you can watch any of our races on demand. A little shout out to our league sponsors, because we do have a few of them. Lone Wolf and Pudge, they are both racers in this league, but they also take money out of their own pocket and put it up for the prize pool for this league, so drivers have something to race for. So a huge thank you to both of those boys. Wheels, he's a Madden YouTuber, and he makes tons of Madden videos. He also plays MLB. He does a bunch of cool gameplay videos on a couple of different sports games. He's also going to Japan soon, so he's going to have lots of Japan videos coming out. And also, subscribe to his Twitch channel. I think it's just Wheels FL at Twitch. He streams every day at 7 p.m., so be sure to come on by and see the live stream for daily Madden content. Wheels is a direct sponsor of us. He gave us money back for Xfinity Season 1, and I've been a long-time subscriber of him, and he's a great guy, so please go to subscribe to his Twitch, YouTube, wherever else. And also, I think he has something going on with SeatGeek, so if you're looking to go to a sports event, go to SeatGeek and use code WHEELS. You can get $20 off your order. And yeah, this is the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League. And coming out of the final corner, Down East will officially win this stage. And while these guys come around to finish up this stage, we're going to step away for a few minutes. And right before we leave here, I'll throw up the official results so you can check them out. Yeah, that stage went by pretty quickly. I think in Xfinity last year, or last season I should say, Down East got 1 race win at Blue Moon B when we raced the BMWs, and then after that he didn't really do much. Alright, there are your official Stage 1 results, and again, we will be back in 5 to 10 minutes to start Stage 2. Alright, y'all, we're back. I think they're just about ready to start stage 2 here. Change the track settings a little bit for the field. And that stage went by pretty quickly. We don't really try to make races quick, but we also design the lap count so that the races aren't terrible long races like IRL does it. That is way too much racing. But we still love what we do here. I think there's a car out on track practicing right now. Again, should be going green very shortly here. I hope y'all are having a good weekend out there. I'll tell you one thing, I wish we could get some rain around these parts because we're just in something right now where I guess we're not going to get any rain for like a week or two, so yeah, we need some rain. I do not know who's on the track practicing right now, but normally they practice whenever they're getting ready to go back racing again. And yeah, I mentioned it a couple times yesterday, but if you're looking to have a laugh and just, want to have a good time with us, look around on my YouTube channel and look for our Funny Moment playlist, because, again, we've done that on many different video games. GTA Online, Red Dead Redemption. I think there's even a couple other ones I didn't even mention. I think we have a couple Rocket League episodes. There's a couple of Farming Sim episodes. So, yeah, just tons of funny, outrageously stupid moments that you can just come out and laugh with us if you want to enjoy it. And again, if you want to race in the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, we still have spots open for all 4 of the main series that we run. Just message CarFreak13 on PlayStation and mention the NFRL, and we can set you up an interview with one of our admin. See, I'm not in direct chat with anybody, so I'm just waiting to see. When they get going here. And one of our boys, Pudge, wasn't able to make it tonight. He's taking some time away on Saturday, so it's all good. Not really good for his team, because again, RFK Racing only has 1 car here tonight, but Frank should do good. I'll tell you one thing too. Watch the Daytona 350 in the live section, because Pudge was lightning fast in that race too. Alright, here we go, officially starting. Oh, this stage should be good, because I couldn't believe how much time they stayed close quarters last race. It wasn't just simply, green flag comes out and then, hey, we're all spread out. No, it was like the top 6 or 5 cars stayed so close together through all that. That was awesome to see. Alright, with Down East winning that stage, I think this is... For this series, I want to say it's his 2nd or 3rd season in a row where he has at least 1 stage win. So definitely keeping that streak going. And the only bad thing about this track, well, not really bad thing, but it's just time consuming, is every pace lap or form up lap just takes a while because it's such a long racetrack. And again, what I can't wait to live stream later this season is, I think it's week 5 or 6. It's whenever the Cup All-Star race will be happening. I won't be able to live stream that because I will be partaking in that. However, the Friday and Saturday prior to that, during that same weekend, this series in Oshkosh will be going to the dirt track. So we're going to have 2 dirt races back-to-back with 2 of the most lethal series. So that'll be fun to stream. And that is one thing that I hope we have a lot of people show up for, because I would love to see 10 to 12 cars out on the dirt track. That's going to be insane. And the coolest thing about that is Oshkosh has raced on dirt before, but FES has not. So that should be really interesting to see how these wild cars handle on dirt. And we're looking back in the field, so I did get confirmation that Pug did bring out that last caution. I wasn't told what he did, but obviously I can look back on the replay and find out later. Yeah, Pug failed post-race inspection last week because he had, I forget what they said. I think they had the wrong turbo part on that car, so they deemed that an unfair advantage and also just not confining to the NFRL restrictions, so they scored him last for all 3 stages. While unfortunate, at least he still got scored, but yeah, he's definitely going to get scored fully today because they made sure that car was up to scratch. After they come through the bus stop here, they're going to form up at that Montoya line. Now, we talked about pit strategy a little bit. That's going to be fun to watch in Stage 3 because that's going to be 18 laps. I don't really know how most of these cars are running. That might be a 2-stopper for most. It might have to be a 3-stopper for some of the slower teams. Yeah, but as these cars come out of the final corner of the oval section, they're going to come to the start-finish line. They're going to go green. Now that Down East is restarting in the lead, I really want to see if he can hold it. Coming to the start-finish line, and here we go. Green flag is out. Pretty dead even restart as nobody really got a big jump. Clone looked like he was thinking about going onto the 16, but thought way better of that. Going off to turn 2, we're going to see if Down East can hold the lead. Looks like he will for now. Lone is really starting to challenge there on the outside. He's going to try that crossover move once again, but this time Down East is going to guard low, which Huds did not do last time Lone tried that. Coming through again. Down East is showing some decent speed in that 16 car here today. Lone's trying to stay with him as look at who's up here to battle for second place. It is Frank in that RFK9 car. Here he comes. Kind of not really relevant in the first stage, just kept falling off, having little problems happen, but now he is back fully. I want to watch this 9 car because, again, in my opinion, he is one of the best at driving the Mustangs. Again, always pay attention to the track map in the top right, because if you see an arrow going haywire, that more than likely means somebody is spinning, and that's going to be a yellow flag. I kind of wish this game had a blimp cam, because I would love to see like a full track view from the sky to see what's going on with all the cars at once. But that's cool. Going through the bus stop here. Frank got really loose. He's just trying to keep his car going straight. Swan should be able to get around him. Also, Fabi Down East won stage 1 in the 16. It was a decent battle. He got around Lone, and then he was able to hold him off for the last couple laps, and then the stage ended under yellow, unfortunately. Coming down to complete the first green flag lap. Down East will hold the lead. Now Lone's starting to pull away from Frank a little bit there. Back here, the Haas boys are running 3rd and 4th. What the heck happened to Frank? He's all the way back to 5th place now. I literally just noticed that. Saw a little puff of smoke out of the 3 car in the front, and now Frank's going to try to get by him, and now he's even going to try to go for Swan. Okay. Down East is loving seeing this in his rear view, because right now Lone doesn't appear to have enough speed to get up to him, and the cars behind him are battling for position so bad they're just falling off the pace. And if you were here to see stage 1, we did see Lone and Swan get side by side in the bus stop, and that did bump Swan off into the grass. Unfortunate move there, but as Lone's going to get loose over the rumble strip, and Swan got loose right beside him, and now all of a sudden they're going to be even. I thought Swan was going to be able to pass him right there, but then all of a sudden Swan just got wicked loose on exit. Jeez, dude. Coming down to the main portion of the straightaway here, and funny enough, Lone and Swan once again close quarter racing going into the bus stop. Lone's a little bit high. Lone's gonna hit the rumble strip. He's gonna get loose. Lone's shooting way off into the grass. He doesn't want to come back up into traffic, and the 8 car is sideways in the back. Looks like he's fine too. No caution. We stay green. Frankie up to third again. Lone, jeez, dude. Lone went just a tad bit too far left in that back chicane and just lost it. And now that Swan's in second, he has to try to chase down East. And East qualified second, but he was a second off of Swan. And yet right now he's showing that he definitely has one of the faster cars here today. Tell you one thing, I'm still not taking my eyes off of Frank because he's still one of the better drivers in this car. Clone is going to try to get under him and he's going to try to pass him. Frank gets the outside momentum, he's going to hold the spot, and now that's going to actually take him back a little further away from Swan. It's off. JR Motorsports better figure out what the heck is going on with that 88 car because he's not going to make it very far in this series. Downey's on the hard brakes there. You heard him slamming the pedal to the floor there practically. And once again, Frank's trying to catch back up to Swan, but every time he gets a little bit closer, Swan gets a little bit further. It's just a teeter-totter practically. And now that these cars are getting a little bit more spread out, we're really seeing who has the fastest car here today as far as lap times. Now again, a 45.7 by Down East. That lap time is a full second slower than what the pole time was set by the 44. So I want to see what the 44 can run now that he's by himself and not in traffic. Oh yeah, you can see there, he's literally purple by 4/10 alone on that lap by itself. Who knows, maybe Down East can improve on this? I'm not really sure at the moment. And we're going to compare lap times here because Down East again has a huge lead and I want to see what their lap times are side by side. They literally just purpled each other, so that right there is really close. So Down East ran a 45.4, Swan ran a 45.2. So Swan was actually 2/10 quicker than the 16. Slowly catching up to him. He's going to have to try a little harder than that, but again, once the pit cycle starts, because there's no way these cars can make it one whole stage without pitting. Once that starts, that should make things really interesting. And again, last stage we had a caution, I think it was around lap 4. And then I didn't think anybody was going to be able to make it to the end after that, but then the late caution helped that. Clone's starting to catch up to Frankie a little bit. Swan has maintained the gap over Frank, and I think Down East is actually maintaining the gap over the 44 right now. So we can look at that lead gap right there between the two. And yeah, literally Down East is... he's basically maintaining the gap. Swan might be taking a little bit of it away. Swan has a faster car, but Down East might be a little bit more consistent. And when you have consistency versus speed, you don't know who's going to win that one. Looking at this camera, just watching these cars speeding through here at a wicked angle. Oh, Frank got loose. Clone did not. Clone might be able to close the deal here. Yeah, it's only for third place, but that's an extra point at the end of the day. Clone back in 5th, Pug in 6th. I tell you, Huds was fast in stage 1 at the start, and then after that one caution came out and he went to the lead, he fell, and he has not been able to rebound yet. And you want to talk about rebounding? The 88 car basically hasn't even started. They're in a different time zone and not in a good way. So it looks like these two boys just purpled their times again, as Down East ran a 1:45.0 and then Swan ran a 44.9. So they're only about a 10th off of each other now. So again, about dead even on the stopwatch. I still think Swan should be chipping away at this lead, but he's really not, because now the gap's up to 1.8 seconds. I'm wondering if Swan has what it takes to get up to Down East. Oh, Clone got really close to the grass. He did not shoot off into it. Oh, never mind, he kind of does. There's spinning tires. Yep, 8 cars around. We're going to see if he calls that for a yellow flag. He's going to get off. He's going to get back on the track. Looks like he's fine. Now we have to see if the leader slows down at all. Yep, sounds like he is. That is a caution flag on the track. 8 car around. Well, and that comes at a magical time because, again, I think 6 to 7 laps, that's about the magical number when most of these leaders have to come to pit lane. So, yeah, I know that this time, if they all come down pit lane, they can easily make it the rest of the way this time. So, again, pretty good racing from that 16 car. Even though Swan's faster on the stopwatch, Down East is showing that he can really get out to the lead and hold it. Again, pit road will open this time as all of the back cars are catching back up. Well, it's been a pretty decent race. And again, I thought Swan was just going to dominate this race and absolutely run away with it, but it's proving to be not that way because randomly Down East has shown up today to race. And we talked to Down East, talked to him about last season in general with the Oshkosh Series and Xfinity, and we asked him what his thoughts were, and he said that, hey, I ran an entire Oshkosh season and didn't win anything. He didn't even win a stage. So he was wanting to just come into this season, run whatever series he wanted to, and just win something. Because if you don't win anything for that long of a period of time, it gets to you. But coming in today, winning the first stage of this road course race should definitely help that team feel a little better. Looking at the fuel mileage, the highest number, believe it or not, is Down East in the lead, so that's pretty wild. Now, the big question is tires. That looks like nobody is taking tires. Not even that 8 car that takes tires every pit stop of his life. He's not taking tires. So everybody is fuel only. Wow, and there's actually a lot more strategy than I thought there would be because some people didn't even fill up. In fact, you saw that on the left side. There was a lot of different fuel amounts by these drivers' names. So, okay. Nobody filled up their tank, so this actually could come down to fuel mileage. And with that, Swan falls back to 4th because I think he filled up a little more than everybody else. Lone's up to 3rd. Wow, Frankie fell back to 7th place. That's a yikes. All right. We do have 2 restart zones for this track, but they have not decided to use the second one yet. Which, again, there's not really any reason to. Normally we have that in place in case there's an excessive amount of cautions, and we want to kind of have the cautions be a little less time-consuming. But, as they come down the back, I really wonder where these guys are going to file in at, because I assume Down East is going to go to the bottom. Now, is Clone going to try to go to the top and try to get a run on the outside, or is he going to try to go to the inside and maybe door him out of the way? And you're going to hear me predict things a lot. You're going to hear me try to say what these drivers are going to do. I always assume that these drivers might do the more aggressive route just because with the speed that Down East is showing, you almost have to. You know, just give him a little bumper, give him a little door, try to take him off this line and get him slowed down a little bit. But nah, these guys are pretty clean considering some of the leagues that race on this game. I've been in many leagues and I've seen many dirty drivers, and this league I would say has the fewest amount of them. Coming to the choose cone. Clone will stay low. Lone goes high. Who is in that high line? Looks like... I'm not really sure what Ambrose is doing. Say, we have a rule where when you get to that marker, you have to be in your lane of choice and you cannot change lanes afterwards. I was just looking to make sure the 88 car stayed in the top lane there. Okay, well, the top line is literally the 3 rookies paired with one of the longest running drivers in this league in general. And now on the bottom is 4 seasoned veterans. Coming down to the green flag. Green flag is out. Pug trying to stay locked on the 43's bumper to give him a push. It's not really working. Not sure where Clone's going to go. Down East actually pulls ahead of the 16 a little bit. The 8 car gets under the 43. That almost sends him flying into the grass. Pug is up to 2nd place in that 8 car. Look at him go. The Pug is a little bit... No! My gosh, he gave a huge shot to the 16, and there we go. There's the bumper tap. 16 car is going to spin in traffic. That should be a yellow flag as Pug goes to the lead. That looked like a combination of bad things. Pug was driving aggressive, obviously, but Lone gave him a little bit of a shot, and that pushed him into the 16. You better believe Down East is not going to be happy about that one, as he's going to go back to last place. This is going to get a little touchy now. But yeah, how about that 8 car, man, leading this race? And again, Pug is a full-time Cup driver in the Eagle One Racing League. He doesn't drive the Mustang over there, but he drives a similar style of car. So I think that's why he has a decent pace in this one. Now it's lap 8 out of 11, and everybody filled their tanks for strategy last time, so I really don't expect them to come down pit lane. But you never know, they might. That tank, dear God, that jet back there just looks terrifying. Now we're going to see what they're doing as they come to the choose cone. Let's see where they go. Lone goes high, Clone goes low. Wow, a couple drivers ducked up high last second. Alright, so they're all lined up again. Down East stayed low. If Down East can get back to Pug, trust me, he's going to repay that favor. No doubt in my mind about that. So Pug on the preferred line, on the front row as the leader. We're going to see what he can do against Lone on the outside. Coming down to the start-finish line, let's see if Pug can defend against those two Haas drivers behind him. Green flag is out. Huds is behind Lone, his petty teammate. Pug is really aggressive braking. He gets a little bit of a bumper from the 3-car. Clone's going to try to go by for the lead, but no, Pug is going to hold it. They are really dooring each other back in the back. Pug holds the lead. Lone in second. We have a car going off into the grass. I'm not sure who that is. Whoa, Clone got really aggressive right there. I'm not really sure what he's doing. And with all of this happening, Pug is still holding the lead. Pug might do this, man. He might be able to hold on and win this stage, but he's going to have to hold off Down East for the next 2.5 laps. And also Lone, too. Obviously, Lone's here, too. Lone gives him the bumper. Down East gives Lone the bumper. Here he comes. Down East just rockets by for second place. They are not under caution. They are under green flag still. Down East, yeah, Down East is not playing. He gets right under the 8 car, and Down East is going to try to go back for the lead. Pug is going to door him back. Lone gives him a shot. He's going to try to get the 8 car back up to him. And now 3 cars bumper to bumper for the lead. This is the NFRL, baby. Here comes Lone to the inside. Wow, Lone's actually dooring the 8 car a little bit there. Again, Pug doesn't race here much. He got a little bit too aggressive that caused that last caution. Now he's being way aggressive again. Gives the 16 the bumper, but the 16 is going to hold it. It sounded like there was a car getting loose back there. Everything's fine. Pug is going to hold on to the draft behind the 16. Pug is not done yet. He went a little bit too high there. That was dangerous. Coming out of the last corner of the oval, going down to the tri-oval. Pug's going to try to make something work there. Oh, he tried to go low, now goes high. Pug is hungry. He wants this stage win. 2 laps to go. White flag will be coming out next time by. 8 car's going to go to the outside and try to make that work. Down East goes a little bit hard on the brakes. He's going to try to slam the 8 car out off the track. It doesn't work, but it almost helps Lone gets to his door. Oh, this is close. Lone dives to the inside. Here he goes to try to get past Pug. Oh, he's going to slam into Down East. Huge hit. Caution flag is out. That will end the stage, and I do believe Pug is going to win the stage. Yep, Pug is going to win stage 1 because that is how things will stack up. All the leaders just got into each other. Lone underbraked the snot out of that corner, got into Down East, took himself and Down East out of it. Pug was able to go around it, and now he will get his first career stage win in the NFRL. He joined late. He didn't know what team he wanted to drive for, but he did sign up with RCR driving this number 8 car. See, I thought Pug was going to be the one that might move Down East for the win, but no, it ended up being Lone under-braking and sending the leader off into the grass. And again, just like real life, well, per our league rules actually, we have to have at least 2 laps remaining to go back green, but no, this will end it, and this is insane because all of our league veterans, they've been driving these style of cars for many seasons. Pug drives a completely different style of racing. They race BOP, which is a whole different thing. This is full power, full tuning, and Pug comes into the NFRL in his second race start, and he gets a stage win. That is insane, dude. Right now, I know Down East must be fuming, because it almost looked like Lone was just going to try to door the 8 car out of the way, and instead he shot right past the 8 car and punted the 16 into the grass. And then they'll be coming to the white flag this time. We might actually try to interview him, because we don't usually do stage win interviews, but I mean, this is your first stage win. I mean, this is huge. You just went toe-to-toe with Down East and Lone, 2 of our longest driving veterans of this league, and you beat them, straight up. Actually, you know what? Why don't we hop in there right now? See if I can, You might hear some other random chat, because everybody's in this chat, but let's do it.
Sorry, Frank.
Yeah, easy guys.
Yep, that's all right.
No. Maintain positions.
10-4.
Just disclaimer to y'all, we are still live. So, Puggy, this is Formal Guy up in the booth. Do you have me?
Yeah.
So I just posted the stream link to Eagle One, and I immediately gained 2 or 3 viewers. So you might have some of your fellow Eagle One drivers watching this, but in one of the most insane little incidents I've ever seen really happen in one of our league races, you just went toe-to-toe with 2 of our longest driving league veterans, and you just got your first career stage win in the NFRL. How are you feeling?
Good. I mean, I almost got wrecked twice.
Again, I know there's going to be a lot of heated tempers after that one, and it looked like there was a lot of bumping between a few drivers, but I just wanted to say congrats on that stage win, brother, because I know there's a lot of bumping going on, but you were certainly showing some speed in that 8 car, and you were definitely giving RCR some speed.
Yeah. My car's very slow on the straights, though, so...
Well, hey, just take it in, enjoy it, and good luck in the final stage. Alright, so that was Pug in the 8 car, talking about his first stage win ever. And again, these guys don't really like doing live interviews like that, but I still include them because I do like how realistic it looks. But there's the checkered flag, there you go. Pug will officially win the stage. Incredible move by that 8 car. And yeah, now that he's done that, we now have to go to the final stage, which will be 18 laps. And that's going to be the interesting one, because there's going to be lots of different fuel strategies going on between drivers. I did not mean to enter course. Derp. There is your official stage results, as Swan once again with the fastest lap. Not as fast as last stage, but still the fastest car. And yeah, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute breather, and then come back for the final stage. And again, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, we will be back for the final stage. Alright, y'all, we're back. It's time for the final stage. Trust me when I tell you, there are not a lot of happy drivers on the track right now. A lot of them are upset with the 8 car. Which again, he was a little bit aggressive, but seeing it as a spectator, there were some moments where it didn't look like it was necessarily his fault entirely. But that's racing, so... This is going to be fun to see what happens for this final stage. I got 18 laps of hardcore racing to do. I'll tell you one thing. Oh dear God. After Pug wasn't even scored last week, this is certainly looking in the right direction to get some points towards his season total. Sorry for that loud beep. Holy crap. Alright. Okay, so I'm just gonna say this now. One of our dearest friends, I mentioned her last night, Saray just sent me a message on something that is not YouTube and said blank the 8 car, so we have a lot of opinionated people watching the race tonight. Oh my lord, yeah, so she's friends with me and Down East, and I'm pretty sure she saw the 8 car punt Down East to the stratosphere, and yeah, she does not like the 8 car anymore. So yeah, we're going to see what happens with the 8 car, because there's a lot of people who are not happy with him to begin with, including one of our spectators, so yeah, this is going to get good, folks. Track lights are at full temp. The nighttime's coming, that sun's setting really quickly. Oh my god. Like, usually I have my phone notifications turned off for a race, but then I looked over and I see that in all capital letters, and I forgot that somebody else was forgot somebody else was watching the race outside of YouTube. As the car's gonna come around the corner there to go on the oval. See, look, someone said, see, Beast is congratulating Pug there. So we have one person that said blank the 8 car and another person congratulating him, so clearly my fan base of 2 people is already split down the middle, so thank you 8 car for doing this to me. And we're just waiting for them to take form here during the pace lap, and Haas is running 2-3 right now, so they're probably going to go to the same lane. Oh man, this is going to be a great final stage, and just shout out to everybody watching tonight, and shout out to a couple of the drivers that showed up late tonight, but I didn't think they were going to show up, and they showed up late and still were able to race, so I really appreciate them showing up. So Swan goes high, Clone's going to stay low. I cannot confirm to you who all does not like the 8 car in this field tonight, but actually, I can confirm one thing. Everybody except the 66 on the inside lane does not like the 8 car right now, so Puggy has 3 haters lining up right behind him, so this should get fun. Coming down to the start-finish line, green flag is going to go back out, and oh boy, I do not want to know what's going to happen to this 8 car. Clone trying to dive under him early, doesn't work. Oh god, here we go. Clone under brake, trying to get to the outside of the 8 car. Doesn't really work. Clone is still staying locked onto his bumper, though. Yeah, and this is the corner that the 8 car basically punted them out. They are 3 wide behind him, though. Don't pay attention to the 8. Watch what's going on behind him. That is Down East trying to get back up to the 8 car, as Clone's going to hold second place for now. Yeah, you don't want to know what's... Oh my god, they're too wide. They are too wide. Somehow Down East did not go flying into the grass. He's fine. Pug is going to hold the lead. Clone's holding second, somehow. If you all saw the last stage, Down East got punted around by the 8 car a couple of times in the stage, and now Down East is trying to get back up to second place. Now he gets a bumper from the 44 car. Down East is just getting roughed up this entire stage. Geez, I think Down East is going to need a lot more than a headache pill. I think Saray might need to go over to his pit stall and help him recover. Dear God. Alright, so Swan up to third, Clone in second. And Pug is actually getting a decent lead. He has a 1.5-second lead over Clone. And that lead is actually... Okay, it's going down. I didn't know if he was going to hold the lead there. These guys are running pretty uniform back here, actually. Wow, Pug made a statement. He won a stage. He did not care how he won that stage, and now he's saying, come and get me, because he's literally going out to a huge lead. Haas cars are trying to push together in the oval section to see if they can get back up to him, which it should work over time. Brakes are just glowing on these cars. Oh, Down East got around Lone, and now Down East is going to try to get up to the 44, and again, the 44 just bumpered him. Down East might have to bulldoze his way through every single car in this field, because nobody is showing him any type of slack in this race. As we look through the field, wow, that car got really loose. I think that was Lone in the 43, got loose coming off of that corner. Pug's lead is now 1.3 seconds, maintained after the last time we checked the gap. I'm sorry that I laughed so hard at the beginning of the stage, but you don't understand. Like, if she would have commented on YouTube that she hated the 8 car, that would have been one thing, but no. Messages me on my personal Facebook and says, screw the 8 car. It's like, okay, die-hard NFRL fan over here. Pug is purple by the race so far. I don't know, man. He's driving Kyle Busch's car, and Kyle Busch is arguably one of the most hated drivers in NASCAR right now. He might be the most hated driver in the NFRL after this race. You never know. Actually, that lead is starting to dwindle down a little bit. I can't tell it. It sounded like the cars were off pace there for a second, but no, they're fine. If you can hear the car starting to spit a little bit, that usually means they're letting off, which could mean a yellow flag, but nope, they're all staying on pace. The lead is now 9/10 between Pug and Clone. Fastest lap goes to Clone. Wow, the 8 car, he underbraked a little bit. Clone braked properly. He's going to go to the inside and try to apex that corner. 8/10, 6/10. He knocked off 2/10 in that corner alone. God, look at them brakes. They're insane. Now, to my knowledge, Clone and Pug don't have any beef, so I would think Clone wouldn't do much to him. But Clone also, he's on the NFRL side when it comes to that, so I would assume he's going to be a little aggressive. So what we know so far is Swan is the fastest car here today. Down East could be really close to him as far as speed. And then Pug got the stage win because Lone actually bumped the 16 off the track. And Beast Mode, man, he wants that 3 car to get up there and challenge that 8. Like right now, get up there and get him. And he should be able to. Lead is down to 4/10. It's actually growing a little bit in the straight section. If Clone can just get in his draft, he should be able to catch all the way up to him. Now we come into this back bus stop. Clone's closing the gap a little bit. Pug, he looked a little bit loose. Leads down to 2/10, and now Clone is definitely in his draft. This is going to be one to watch. 8 car dove high. Shouldn't be able to do that, because that's going to help Clone get to the inside of him. I don't know if that 8 car is just getting out of the way or if he's trying to get him out of the draft, but either way, that is not what you want to do. Haas car's lined up bumper to bumper. Clone's just going to push him for now. Fastest lap now goes to Down East. Speaking of Down East, he is in striking range of that 8 car. Here he comes, and Clone just punted the 8 car out of the way. 8 car is going to fall back to 3rd place. Now maybe 4th. He's going to get into Swan. Oh my God, this 8 car is on a rampage. Oh, and I don't know who that was. I think that was Clone on the bottom, and Pug just nearly clipped the 44 car. I think caution's out, and they might need to throw a red flag on this one because there's a lot of angry drivers on the track right now. There's a lot of drama on that racetrack. Just checking to make sure. Yeah, caution's out. Okay, at the moment I am currently commentator, however I am also league admin, so I need to check to make sure nothing's going wrong here with these guys. Clone literally just didn't brake going into one, slammed the 8 car almost completely off the track. 8 car came back on and doored the 44, and then he almost clipped the 44 and spun him in turn 2. Yikes. I'm gonna find out what's going on track right now. Oh my, what a race. The biggest thing happening is I never would have expected Pug to win stage 2. Again, I know he kind of lucked into it, but I never would have seen that happening. Then he comes out this stage and leads the first opening 4 or 5 laps. That was a little shocking though. I didn't think Clone had any beef with the 8 car, but apparently Clone just does not like the poor lad. If you hear me typing, I'm literally on the league Discord just making sure everything's fine. Oh, well, I'm being told that everything's mainly fine on the track. It's just some hot heads during a race. So while all of that settles down a little bit, Down East will assume the lead. Frank is in second, actually putting on a good run for the RFK team there in that 9 car. Looking at the fuel mileage, wow, Down East looks like he has the best fuel out of everybody here. Down East, he's definitely put together a good race. He kind of has the best of both worlds. He has one of the fastest cars on track. Right now he has the actual fastest with the lap times. And then he has the best fuel mileage, so you can't get much better than that. Looks like Swan was the only one to take tires. That's interesting. HUDs, shut up. Now coming out of the pits, Down East will win the race off pit road. Frank's still in second. HUDs goes all the way up to third, and Pug will be in fourth. Oh my, well here's something you don't want to see, because if this grid is correct... yeah, that is Clone behind Pug, again. I'm a little nervous to see what happens in this next restart. Wow, they're going really slow. Dear God. Yeah, they're going to come all the way back around to the actual start-finish line and do the restart. They'll complete lap 6 this time, so that'll be basically about a third of the way done with this final stage. I don't think this race has been too long of a race. I know that the opening Daytona race was like 2.5 hours. So that's a lot of racing to do. Man, I don't know about this, man. The 8 car, I know he got punted by the 3, but then he doored the 44 coming back onto track, and then he underbraked and almost turned the poor man. So dear God. Looking at the top 2, Down East, again, he won a race last season but wasn't able to make too much out of it with points. Then you got Frank. He's a brand new rookie for the NFRL. He's raced in a couple of other leagues that I've been a part of, and there's one league that I will not mention the name of because they don't even deserve the credit of being named, but a league that me and him both raced in had a selfish POS owner, a league that we both hate, and once he saw how we do things in the NFRL, it was like going from hell to heaven, honestly, because it's just that much of a difference. But yeah, glad to have Frank come over here from that other league, and also he races in Eagle 1, so I get to watch him do that every Tuesday. Well, I used to. I heard he might not race over there for reasons, but yeah, again, really glad to have him over here. Pug is from Eagle 1, and then Ambrose, I think I raced with him in an exhibition league. But yeah, lots of new faces to the NFRL this season. And here we go, coming to the start-finish line. The 3 car did not stay behind the 8, so that's a good thing. Green flag is out. HUDs is right behind the 16. Now, HUDs has had some braking problems sometimes today, so I hope he doesn't get into the 16. Oh my God, and then the 8 car just got punted again by the 44. 8 car trying to stay out of the way. He's getting really loose. The 8 car's just getting roughed up today. That time, I'm not sure if it was the 43's fault. The 43's really getting into him now. Door to door for this position. Lone is really dooring him. Nobody is having this from the 8 car tonight. Pug gets out of the gas. He's going to let Lone take the spot. See if Pug can maybe try to get back up to him. He's going to get in the grass. Almost spins it out. Ambrose slows it down to not get into him. He's still loose. That 8 car is wicked loose. Okay, that was a little less drama than what I was anticipating. I'm glad it was less, because dear God, there's a lot of hot tempers in here tonight. So down east will get a really decent lead over Frank. It's now over 1 second and just climbing. I don't know, man. Frank has been not off pace, but he's been mid-pack most of the night. So we're going to see if he can try to get up to the leader and see if he can challenge down east for the race win. And once we hit about lap 9, that'll be about halfway. But again, we already had a full pit cycle under a couple of yellows, so now the pit cycle's just up in the air. And as I mentioned, 6 to 7 laps is about the fuel window for these cars. Tire window's just out there. I don't know what that is, because the tire wear on some cars is more than others, so it could be anything. Watching Swan here, because he's trying to push HUDs up to Frankie. Actually, no, he's just going to push HUDs around Frankie because they're already there. Should have just zoomed out the camera. But off into turn 1. Frankie just shot HUDs literally to the stratosphere. HUD's going to come back on the track in front of the 3 car. Oh my. HUDs goes off into the grass. That was not a good place to come back onto the track. So now the 3, there's cones flying everywhere. The 3 car has punted the 8 out of the way. He's punted HUDs out into the grass. You can see those tire tracks there. Dear Lord. There's just a lot of hot tempers tonight. As we look back up at the front, not much has changed here. I thought Swan would get around Frankie and stay there, but he did not. But now that Swan doesn't have HUDs in front of him, I think he should be able to challenge back up there and pass him. Tell you what, I assumed, and I mentioned this before, I assumed Swan was going to come in here and run away with this, but again, I think Swan's car is having a little bit of trouble in traffic because he's used to running out front. When he can get out front, he can run away with it. But now that he's back in traffic, he's just having a little bit of trouble getting back up to the leader. As you can see, Swan's not really closing up on Frank much. Frank is going to go almost into the grass fully. That should help Swan's case. Dear Lord. I'm shocked Swan's trying the high side here because it might not work initially. Oh, he might get the momentum. Nope, he's going to stay there. Oof. Going across the start-finish line. Swan's going to dive low late, but he actually is going to get into the 9 car. I'm shocked by that. I thought the 9 car was going into the tires. Down he's got a little bit loose right there. The gap to Frank is now 9/10. Frank's going a little bit high. He might have a little bit trouble in corner exit. Yep, and Swan's all over him. Now that lead to down east is up to 1.1. He got wicked loose on that corner exit. That's not going to help him. Oh, Frank getting loose again. Still loose, trying to save it. Swan's going to try to dive to the right. He will get there door-to-door for second place. I think Frank just let off and let him have that because Frank's car is a little bit unstable right now. Getting loose on that corner exit even. Wow. Oh, now as they come around, it is once again Swan versus Down East. The 2 fastest cars here tonight. It just... The drama is, I guess, fun to watch. Like, you don't want to see anybody get mad or anything on the racetrack, but as far as a spectator, seeing all that drama was fun to watch, but, like, Down East was in position to sweep tonight. He won Stage 1, he had Stage 2 in the bag, and he's in the lead right now, so... I don't know, man. If that 8 car wouldn't have caused all that trouble, he might have had a good shot at sweeping tonight. But again, a race win's a race win. And because I actually don't remember who won. It might have been the 44. I just don't remember. Oh no, it was the 10 car of Justin, who's not here tonight. Yeah, so we have, obviously, we have all of our race results and past races tracked. So yeah, last week, Pudge won stages 1 and 2 in the 2 car, and now Justin won the race. But both of those guys aren't even here tonight, so that's why it was throwing me off. Nobody in this field won anything last week. So the lead gap to Down East, staying at about a second. Down East still has the fastest lap time, by the way, of a 1:44.4. And I'm not really sure if any of these guys can really contest that unless they have draft. Frank got really loose right there. As we look back in the pack, here comes the 8 and the 43. These guys are simply just disagreeing. Keep the camera on these boys a little bit because, again, this has been the spotlight of this race so far. The 66 car is around, I guess? I heard them tires going haywire back there, that's why I looked. Well, if you notice the lead car slowing down massively, that's what happened. I don't think they're slowing down. Sparks coming out of that 43 car. Oh, getting a little shaky again. Not a place you want to go too wide through. 8 car is going to get spun in the grass. He almost collects loan, and he will spin out. That, I do believe, is going to be a yellow flag. I'm waiting to see if these leaders back off of it. Yep, they are. Alright, so caution's out. Compliments of the 8 car again. That was... I'm not really sure what happened. I mean, they went too wide to start the bus stop, and then they were single file on exit, but then his car just darted left, went into the grass, and spun. Again, these cars are pretty loose. Alright, so I guess that's a good break for Huds because he either got sideways or completely spun going back to the oval section, and there was no caution called for that. Alright, so now at lap, oh boy, that's a funky lap to have a pit stop on. So let's see, lap 11, they're gonna go green on lap 12. They're gonna have 7 green flag laps to go. Remember what I said at the top, there are some cars that are kind of locked to 6. And then I know for a fact there's a few cars that can go 7, and I think nobody can do 8. And all of these tests, like when they test fuel mileage, that's in single car runs without draft. I don't know, man. That's going to be up in the air. I mean, the odds of them not having a yellow flag for the rest of the race after this one, that's low. But if you're going to play for the all green factor, you might want to actually drive kind of slow, maybe try to save gas, because if you can make it to the end off of this stop, why not? Because there's probably going to be at least half the pack that has to pit one more time. So, I mean, if you're one of the back cars, you want to try to do a different strategy and make it to the end on one more stop, I mean, go for it at this rate. You've got nothing to lose. Here they all come. There's not one car that'll stay out. And once again, as we look on the left side, Down East has the best fuel mileage. Looks like Clone is in second. And Frank, Swan, and Huds, they all have the same remaining gas, so they must be running really similar strategies here. See, that's... wow, that's interesting. Down East is going to have the best fuel mileage. Everybody else is about the same distance behind him. Is Frank taking tires? Frank and Clone are both taking tires. Looks like Lone might have taken some too. Alright, that's interesting. Look at Down East's confidence. He did not even fill up to 100. He filled it up to 97. Okay, so that's going to really stir this pot because Down East might be able to make it just after that stop. Oh, dude, that would be crazy because, again, I don't know who specifically can't do 7 laps, but after watching practice and qualifying, I'm almost positive there are at least 2 to 3 cars that cannot make it more than 7 laps. Or more than 6 laps, sorry. So, like, realistically, they could do about 6.5, but that means they would run out of gas in the middle of lap 7. So that means they would not make it to the end. Oh, boy, this is going to get crazy to watch. And it's almost humorous to me that the leader is the car that has the best fuel strategy and the best fuel mileage. So Down East right now is literally in the best spot. He's in the lead, and he might be one of the very few cars that can make it to the end from here. We're going to have a lot of stuff to watch and track on this. Ambrose went up to 4th place. I wasn't really watching the driver list on the left. Maybe he was actually there and then fell off a little. I'm not sure. Looking back through the field, Pug is in last currently, which I guess that's a good thing for everybody. Well, I know one person watching the stream right now that is loving seeing this 8 car in last. Alright, here we go. Coming up to the choose cone. Oh, Down East should go low. Down East goes low. Swan goes high. And a bunch of cars are going to go high with Swan. Oh boy, and now all of a sudden that 88 car is in the middle of that. That is not good for that top line. Oh my, holy lack of inside line. Okay. 3 to the inside, 5 to the outside. You don't normally see that. Alright, so Down East, he's in the prime position right now. Can he make it to the end on this tank of gas? And can anybody challenge him? Coming to the start-finish line, green flag is out. 88 car gave a massive shunt to that 44. I'm shocked to see that. Coming down to the heavy braking zone. 88 car just got shuffled out to the outside. He's not going to get back to it. Wow, and that's Frank shooting way off into the grass. Oh boy, and here we go. The 8 car is past the 3. The 3 car is not going to have any of that. Yep, he's going to door him back. 8 car is going to get back in front of him. The leaders are off pace. I do believe we have a yellow flag. Actually, yeah, Frank called that. Yeah, I didn't have the cameras on him, but he shot so far. Well, there a second, you saw the tire tracks. Yeah, he literally shot off. He got sideways and spun, and then I think he got track reset. So that's a good enough caution. Okay, well now take everything I said about fuel strategy and throw that out the window, because this extra pace lap they're doing, that just made it so I think everybody can make it to the end, if not most. So alright, I'm going to take this caution time to take me a swig of soda, because dear God, voice go by. Alright, and coming to the choose cone. On that, dear God, a car just got turned under caution. This is the choose cone, I think. Judging by how every car stayed to the inside, I do believe actually pit road will open. So never mind, they're going to have an extra pace lap on top of this one. Oh, what a long race. I have no idea what the total stream time is right now, but dear God, this has been a long one. And just for the record, we ran the Cup Series here last season. and because of some drivers that I won't name, we had the last stage end up being, dear God, it was, the last stage ended up lasting maybe an hour by itself, just really bad. But, oh God, it's new Cup cars, way more lethal, way more free. Again, even though Oshkosh has the most horsepower, the Cup cars are equally as lethal to drive just because of how loose they get easily. Like, you have to really know what you're doing when you tune those things. There you go. Oh God, tires are squealing in the back. What's going on? Yeah, some people's connections aren't the greatest, you know. Sometimes the 88 car likes to do the Back to the Future. Well, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. I am not singing Piano Man by Billy Joel, so don't even start with me. Anyways, hope y'all are enjoying the race. Been a lot of action tonight. I will say I was not expecting that much, that many tempers, I should say, to flare around that 8 car. So this, I believe, is the only series the 8 car is going to be running in. So he's just made a lot of rivals tonight. If this was NASCAR, I believe it was 2005 when they had the rival trackers. I think every single car on this track tonight will be lighting up red. Like, even the cars he didn't even touch, they're just mad at him because everybody else is mad at him. Here we go. Coming to the choose cone. Now, last time Swan tried going high, it didn't really work. Well, he's going to go high again. Maybe he thought it did work. I don't know, it seems like Swan's overall goal, he just needs to stay with the 16 and then settle in behind him after the restart. And wow, these guys are going to get lined up 4x4. Bright headlights shining right at the camera. Again, I really wish we could turn those off, but then again, I don't think this whole track is even lit. Like, it's kind of lit, but not really. Alright, here we go. There will be 5 laps to go to finish the, was it Discount Tire 250? Swan got a huge shunt from the 3 car. Swan's going to be able to clear that 16. Not really. 16 car gives him a little bit of a bumper. Huds gives him a huge shot. Oh my God, Huds just punted the 16 out of the way. Once again, like I said, the 16 car has not been given a good race at all today. Everybody's been driving him dirty and aggressive. And once again, the 16 goes to the back. Oh my Lord. Huds and that 66 getting way too aggressive. 3 wide there for a second. Pug just backed completely out of that. Ain't no way you're going 3 wide through that section. Hang that up. 43 cars sideways through the grass. 88 cars going to spin with him. That is a multi-car crash. That is another yellow flag. Wow. So once again, 16 car getting driven way too dirty against. Huds, he was a rookie last season, now a veteran. He just, even though everybody continued to brake in front of him, Huds almost seemed like he was in the gas pedal. Dear God. Down East goes back to 6th. And now, just for everybody who loves drama, if you look at this, Down East will be behind the 8 car on the next restart. I'm not sure what the pit cycle is going to do, but yeah, the 16 and the 8. I'm not really sure if you want to see those 2 cars together. So Swan will assume the lead. And again, Swan and Down East have about equal cars. They both can do about the same thing on the racetrack, but Down East has been a lot better at holding the lead than Swan has. Swan gets caught up in traffic and then he can't do anything. Is Clone going high? Okay, that is the choose cone. So actually, yeah, they are going to go green this time. No pit cycle. I like it. Now, where is that 16 going to line up with the 8? The 16 will be on the inside of the 8. Okay, so they're going to be door-to-door. That might be a perfect opportunity for the 16 to door him. But then again, Down East is behind Huds, and Huds is the one that took him out on that last restart. So Down East might be on a revenge tour right now. So Stuart Haas front row, then you got Petty, RFK in the second row. Green flag back out. Huge shunt from the 16 to Huds. I think Down East is going to want to shove him all the way off the track. Huds getting heavy in the brakes this time. Down. Ooh, Clone trying to get in front of the 16. He barely fits there. He will make it fit. Love this camera view of these cars. Huds up to second place. They're almost 3 wide. The 16 car, they're still 3 wide. They're still almost turning. The 8 car saves it somehow. They were 3 wide almost through that entire corner. They do get through it. Oh my god. And somehow, Huds is in second place in that Petty 66 car. Clone's up to third. Lone up to fourth. Thank God Down East is in front of the 8 car because that probably wouldn't go very well. And yeah, when they cross the start-finish line this time, it will be 3 laps to go for the Discount Tire 250. I cannot believe Huds is in second place. It's not that he was slow all race, but he usually doesn't have much speed to begin with. But all of a sudden, during the late portion of this race, he's there. Again, looking back through the field, Lone's trying to catch up to Clone. You know what? I'm shocked they all made it out of that corner alive because I saw at least 3 or 4 cars all get slightly clipped and nearly sideways. Frank is going to go off into the grass. Down East is going to skate right by him. Once again, man, the RFK team, they're just not having the best day tonight. And this field is still green. Lone's going to go high. He's going to try to get around the 3 car. That's a race to the line. Clone has the spot at the line, but Lone's going to try to do maybe a crossover going into 1. There he goes. He's going to dive to the inside. Aggressive dooring by that 43 car. Lone just threw that car in there and gassed it up, and it's stuck. Oh, and Down East just punted the 43 car into that corner. Oh yeah, boys, there are some heated tempers here tonight. Down East practically didn't even brake going into that corner, and you know what? Honestly, the 8 car punted Down East off the track, but this 43 car has been not afraid to bump tonight. Clone's going to try to go back to the inside. He's going to try the crossover back on the 43. It looks like it will work. They will stay door to door. Down East just wasn't having that. I cannot believe how he just effortlessly pushed the 43 out of the way. Clone trying to cross him over once again. It will work this time. Holy. I'm almost nervous to go back into that chat when we do the race winner interview because, dear God, there's probably going to be a lot of things being said that are not YouTube appropriate. Just saying. Genuinely, I might not do a winner interview tonight because, But then again, if y'all hear some heated tempers in the chat, that's just added drama and added entertainment. Frank is really close to Lone back there. Coming to the start-finish line, there will be 2 laps to go this time. And that does mean that if a caution comes out before we get to the white, it will be a green-white checker. But again, I don't think we're going to have to do that. Clone got the spot over Lone. And look at this. Down East is already up to Huds trying to get around him. Now, again, I think Down East got his revenge. But last time, Huds under-braked and sent Down East off almost into a different planet. Yeah, Down East just gave him the bumper. Nobody is caring tonight. Now it's Clone's turn to try to get up to the 66 car. And now, unfortunately, with all of that, I don't think Down East is going to have enough time to clear up 2.6 seconds. As I say that, Swan is literally purple by a 10th by himself. I know these cars have less gas now and the times should be quicker, but again, Down East ran that 44.4 with draft, I'm pretty sure. So if Swan can top that by himself, that'd be insane. I mean, regardless of lap time, Down East is the fastest car on the track right now. You see that gap for the lead? It's literally closing. Down to 2.2 seconds now. It's going up a little bit. I thought I heard a car spinning. Dear God. Oh, there is a car spinning. It is the 8-car Pug. Oh my God. There's no way. There's no way these guys don't go to a green-white. I'm waiting. So far, they're keeping full steam. There's a visor cam for the 44 car. Again, this is a great view to see. Oh my gosh, they did call yellow. Caution is out. We're going to a green-white. Oh, what is this race even? Oh my, I don't know what's happening. Go back to spectator cam. Okay, well, it's not over. Down East is going to have a shot. Oh boy. Yes, they're just gonna stay full steam to finish up this lap. So again, this will be just the end of regulation. Now we're going into what essentially is overtime, but green-white checkered. I believe this is going to be the third race in a row with a green-white if you count both of yesterday's races. Holy crap. I'm standing back right now because I don't want to get anywhere near these guys. Like, everybody has been really aggressive tonight. I don't know if this stuff has happened in the past, because I've been on track for the last 4 seasons. So maybe I haven't noticed it as a fellow driver, but when you're actually up here watching this stuff happen, there's aggression everywhere. Everybody's just ticked off. And because of that caution call, Swan did not get to finish that one lap that could have been a purple 1/10 quicker. All right. Fabi. All right, these cars will finish up. They will start the green-white in this order, obviously. And it's crazy that Down East is not out of it yet. Down East has gotten punted to the back many times. He's just... Yeah, you can tell how these guys feel. Everybody's just wrecking their cars coming across the start-finish line. Alright, I'm going to throw the results up on the screen and just give us a few minutes because we're going to set the lobby to the green-white checkered settings. There's your results. And again, Down East in second place. He literally had to door and wall himself back up to get to second. But alright, once they set the lobby settings for a green-white, we will be right back. I'm just going to take 1 second to grab a drink. Alright, here we go. Time to start the first attempt at a green-white checkered. And as I've mentioned before, we can have up to 3 attempts at this. Hopefully we don't need them, but honest to God, I think we would need about 10 in this race. Looking at all of the aggressive driving and potential heated tempers that we have, like, oh dear God. This is going to be just insanity. Oh, again, thank you all so much for watching. It's been a long race tonight. Oh, get this stuff set up here properly. Again, I've said it so much. Obviously, y'all know what a green-white is by now, but gonna go green, 1 green flag lap, then come to the white. If a caution comes out before the white, we're going to line them up again and do another green-white attempt. And yeah, on the 3rd attempt, if a caution comes out before they take the white, that'll just end the race at that time. Yeah. Like I said, with the aggressive driving in this and the hot-headed tempers we've seen, I would not be surprised if realistically we needed about 10 different attempts at this. We've seen Down East get roughed up. He got punted to the back 4 to 6 different times. Lone Wolf has been driving as if he doesn't have a brake pedal. Clone aggressively punted the 8 car on that one restart. And the overall vibe in that chat is nobody's happy. And all aggressive, with all the aggressiveness put to the side, Swan and Down East have been the 2 fastest cars here today, and it's not even close. But even after Down East going to the back so many times, he's still in a position where he could win this race. And again, shout out to all the people that are watching tonight. I saw Fabi in the chat. I saw Beast Mode in the chat earlier. Hope you're still watching. If you are, glad you're still here. And obviously, shout out to Saray being the NFRL cheerleader on the live stream. Always got to have one of those. Oh man, this is going to be a tight finish, y'all. And again, you always hope that it's only going to take 1 attempt, so we don't have to sit here and watch them line them up all over, 2 or 3 different times. But you never know with this style of racing. Coming to the choose cone. Let's see where they go. Swan to the inside, Down East to the outside. So there's your choice right there between the 2 fastest cars. Oh my gosh. Obviously there's no tire or fuel problems to worry about now. It's just every driver and what they have under those hoods. Here we're coming down to the start-finish line. 2 laps to go. Frank and Down East on the outside. Haas boys on the inside. There's the start-finish line. Green flag is out. Clone got a way better restart than the 9 car did. I think Down East might not have a shot to go for the lead here. Coming down into turn 1. Down East is going to really try to stay in it on the outside. There is a car spinning in the back. I'm not sure if they're going to call yellow for that. Who was it? 43 car. There's multiple cars slow. I do believe that's going to be a caution. Yep, that's caution. Didn't even make it through turn 1. Alright, Lone goes to the back, and we're going to have to line them up again. Take this time, y'all. Get your popcorn, get your sodas, whatever you need. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to see some fireworks at the end of this. And no, I don't mean those bright blinky things in the sky. Oh my gosh. I want to check how long we've been live for, because I know for a fact this race is going way longer than I thought it would. 2 hours, yeah. I didn't think this race would hit 2 hours. Wow. So, I already did this at the start of the race, so why not do it now? Just shout out to league sponsors, Lone Wolf and Pudge putting up money for the prize pool. You got Wheels on YouTube that put money towards our league a few years back, and he's still one of our sponsors. Go subscribe to Wheels on YouTube for Madden videos and other daily content. Also, if you're looking to go to a sporting event, use code WHEELS on SeatGeek, get $20 off your first order. And yeah, just thanks to all the people that do support us. Again, we don't have any big companies that sponsor us, so hey, if you're a big company, and if you want to sponsor the NFRL, please give me a shout out. And they're going to finish this last lap, and then they're going to line them up again, and just, dear God, it's still going. And also, while he's not a direct sponsor, he is a huge part of what this league is and our Cup Series. But Fabianski, he's not racing in this series, I don't think. He might be like part-time. He's only going to race a couple, but Fabi came into this league back in the beginning of Season 3, and he literally helped reshape, reform, and basically put a lot of integrity behind our Cup Series. He's the guy that makes all of our Cup cars. He has a lot of different templates for it, too. Like, our Cup car is the Nissan Silvia, but it's basically a blank canvas to make it look like any car we could possibly want it to. And, you know, Fabi comes in here as Picasso Jr. Actually, no, I think he's better than Picasso. He's Picasso Sr., and he literally makes the Nissan look like a perfect Gen 5 Monte Carlo, or like Gen 4, you know, in that ballpark. He has a Chevy SS from the Gen 6. He has a new Gen Camaro. He has the Ford Mustang from the new Gen. He has a Pontiac Grand Prix. Like, all of these classic NASCARs that, you know, they're not in IRL NASCAR anymore, but now you can race them. So if you ever race in the NFRL and you want to run one of those classic NASCARs, all you got to do is sign up. And one of my favorites is the Dodge Intrepid. He really made that thing look immaculate. But yeah, Fabianski, daily racer in the Cup Series. He actually just won the Daytona 500. And he's literally from Portugal. And I just, you know, everybody in the NFRL loves having him here. So again, just from me and everybody in this league, just a huge thank you to Fabianski and what he does for this league. Because I really don't think we could do it without you, man. You really help keep the Cup Series afloat. We love you here, man. Now everybody's going to finish this last lap. This break should be really short because they already have all the lobby settings correct. So yeah, this should be good to go without much of a break. Waiting for this thing to not be black screen. That's a lot better. I actually don't like what that thing just did with that black screen. So if this stream gets cut off, it's because my game froze or it got an error code. Usually it shows the winner in the victory lane, but that time it didn't show anything. It was just a black screen, so yeah. If this stream gets cut, that's what happened. Oh my lord. Now it is 9:30 on a Saturday. I really was not expecting this race to go 2 hours. Cup race, sure. The Cup race needs to be 2 hours because that's going to be a long, hard-fought race. And if you ever watch this race on demand, which I hope some of y'all do because it's going to be fun to watch, yeah, just go back and watch Stage 2. Watch the entirety of Stage 2 start to finish. Because again, like I said, I guess it's different when you're in the spectator booth, but like it is a lot different watching all of these drivers get aggressive out there on the track. Just poor Down East, man. He got punted around like a football. He's gone from front to back to front many times in this race. Easily the fastest car on the track today. And you got Pug. He's a rookie. He made a couple of aggressive moves in Stage 2, and then Lone ended Down East's fate and helped the 8 car win the stage. And now in this last stage, we've seen a lot of retaliation. Down East basically bowled through a couple of different people that he just was not liking at the moment. I think he doored HUD, he doored Lone, he was just over it, he wanted to get to the front. And then right before we were coming to the white flag, Pug spun out and caused a caution. That's what made us come to the green-white here. Down East was down to about 2.2 seconds off the lead. Oh my lord. So this is the second attempt. And again, if a caution comes out before we get to the white flag, we can line these up and do it again. So let's just hope that doesn't happen. And once again, I mentioned, I think after we do the Cup race on Monday, I'm going to create a playlist that just has all of our live races together in a clump, and then y'all can just watch them back to back if you want. And then obviously we'll be separating the races into different categories for the different series, because this is FES, Monday races are Cup, and then Friday races are Oshkosh. While we aren't doing the Winston series on YouTube like live, I might actually still commentate those. Because again, it's a fun series, it's different. Here we go, coming to the choose cone, perhaps for the final time. Down East on the inside. Is he going to go to the inside? No, Down East dives high, Clone goes low. Once again, they're lined up just about the same way that they were on the last attempt. You got Pug and Ambrose side by side in the third row. Hudson Loner in the back. Again, we've mentioned it. Swan is good if he gets to the lead. If he's back in traffic, he's going to have trouble. Down East car, his car is good anywhere. He's good if he gets to the lead. He's good in traffic. He's been able to drive around people. And here we go. The second attempt at a green-white checkered coming to the start-finish line. The green flag is out. This time Frank got a pretty good push to the 16. Clone's trying to get there to counter with the 44. Down East goes to the lead. Uh-oh. I hope my stream didn't get cut. A bunch of comments just popped up on my screen, but Down East goes to the lead. He is going to hold the lead going into turn 2. There are cars. Oh my dear God, there's cars around. Holy God. I'm sorry, I got so focused on something I just saw it kind of startled me, but yeah, there was a car around in the back, and now Down East goes to the lead. Holy, okay. I'm just calling it now. Just, this race is not going to end under checkered flag. Just anticipate a caution happening in the final attempt. Oh my goodness. Once again, I'm going to say this now, and I'm going to say it again before I actually go into that chat, but please be ready for some unfiltered chat going into the race winner interview, because I can't control the audio of everybody into that chat. I can't just mute everybody except for one person. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be like in the blink of an eye, so yeah, there's going to be some heated characters in that chat. Down East got a great run on the outside to get around the 44 car, and I don't know what happened in the back, but yeah. So I'm looking at the starting grid for the final attempt. I'm kind of glad the 88 car is in dead last, because he's so off pace that I feel like if he's ever in front of a car, he's just going to screw over anybody behind him. I do not know what car just ended up flying out there like that. Just taking a little look through the field here, because all the focus is so much on the drama. We really haven't been able to focus much on the actual cars or the race. It's just on all of this drama we have here tonight. Oh my gosh, so the Daytona 500 for the Cup Series, I think that lasted about 2 hours and 26 minutes in that ballpark. And I think right now we're just over 2 hours for this race, so it's going to be almost the same length. And don't forget, y'all, the Cup cars, when they come here on Friday, dear God, I mean on Monday, there's going to be more laps per stage, so it's actually going to be 12, 12, and 20, I believe. So yeah, that's going to be a longer race in itself. And just remember, everybody in this race right now, I think, excluding... I think everybody except Ambrose is going to race Cup on Monday. So, can y'all imagine Pug and Down East on this track in the Cup cars? Now, Down East is part-time in that right now, and Pug is going to be able to make it if he's able to get home in time to make it to the track. But can you imagine this carrying over to our Premier Series? I don't know about that one, man. That's going to be crazy to watch. And coming around to the start-finish line, this will officially finish the second attempt at the green-white, and now we have one more attempt. And again, the way we have this dynamic in the league is that Down East is going to get an infield care center visit after this stage. But yeah, the way we have this set up is whenever someone spins out, the driver themselves, they can call the caution. It's not just automatically coming out like from a race control or something like that. So the driver has to call the yellow. So if someone wrecks, they don't technically have to call the yellow, but they have the full right to. So in this final attempt, you might see a car go spinning in the back, but they might not call yellow. So just remember that. If you see cars still going full steam after a car got sent, just keep that in mind. Oh my lord. Again, there won't be much of a delay here, so not much of a point in taking a break or anything. I had someone ask me how this race is going to end, like with the caution rules and all that, so again, to everybody watching, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you're ready for the Cup race on Monday, because that's going to be one of the better races I think we have this season. And then with the upcoming schedule, man, there's a lot of weird tracks that we've never been to. I think we're going to Trial Mountain and then Deep Forest back to back. And we've never raced there. We've never taken the Cup cars there, certainly. And once again, have to do these stupid setting changes because they can't just be automatic changing the stages. Alright, so this is truly it. Whatever happens here, this is going to be the end of it. So if a yellow comes out before the white, race is over at that point. If they get back to the white flag, I do believe they're going to be able to race it out to the checkered. So, here's the interesting part. Down East leading, he's going to take the inside, obviously, on the restart. I don't think... Well, Swan could go to the outside because Down East went to the outside on the last attempt, and he actually made the pass for the lead. But the question is Clone. See, Clone's trying to win this. He's in third. He's in a position where he could win this race, so... I think he's going to go opposite of what the 44 does. So if Swan goes low behind the 16, I think Clone's going to go up high. If Swan goes high, I think Clone's going to go low and stay with the 16. Obviously, everybody's in it to win it. It's going to be a very tough decision to make because obviously you want to say the inside line's preferred, but then again, Down East literally just made the outside line work. I don't know why these comments are popping up on my stream. Like, I'm seeing comments that were posted a while back all of a sudden popping back up on the stream. That's why I keep getting nervous that the stream's getting clicked off or something, but it's all good. Visible, like, on the screen, like I can see them, but yeah, Fabi just said they need to survive turn 1. And yeah, that's basically it, because the first 2 attempts at the green-white, they didn't get out of turn 1 without a yellow being called. But the problem is everybody's trying to go for the win, and that is a very sharp, wide braking zone. See, looking at that grid on the left, I'm shocked to see Lone in 7th, because he's usually one of the better guys in this car. Frank is up to 4th in that RFK car. He's just trying to salvage a good finish. Because RFK right now, they've been having some difficulties. They had a lot of trouble in the 2 Oshkosh races yesterday. Alright, this is just... I can't lie, man, I'm nervous. I'm not in one of these cars. I'm up in the booth, safe and sound, and I am just very nervous. Cars are coming through the bus stop, and this will be the choose cone. Let's see where everybody goes. Again, let's see if Clone does the opposite of what the 44 does. Down East goes... Oh, no, he's going to go with the 44. All right. So the Haas boys are actually going to link up in the outside. That's an interesting call. I'm actually really nervous for Down East right now, seeing that 66 behind him. Now again, HUDs is just like Fabi. HUDs is overseas, so there's almost bound to be some latency or some lag with that. But sometimes HUDs just, he underbrakes and he sends whoever's around him, so that's going to be a little nerve-wracking. Here we go, folks. This is it. The final attempt at the green-white checkered for the Discount Tire 250. Green flag. Huge shot from the 3-car. Swan's going to go to the lead. Frank hops high to make it 3 wide back there. Down east, Joe. Oh, my God. Down east just punted the 44. Down east. He's not going to get by him. Oh, God. Oh, God. They're getting shaky back there. Oh, they survived turn 1. This is it. Down East just underbraked a little bit. Swan is defending that inside line. He does not want Down East getting around him there. Down East almost making it too wide. He's fine. Somehow everybody's fine. This is it. Now we have a race, folks. The 2 fastest cars here all day are now bumper to bumper fighting for this win. And they will have a lap and a half to decide it as long as the yellow does not come out. Down East trying with the crossover. He looks like he will get him. He will get him. Down East goes to the lead, but Swan is still there. Swan aggressive braking. Down East going way to the outside. Down East gets loose. Can Swan hold the inside? No. Down East rockets to the lead. Look at that 16 car. He has all the speed right now. Oh, if they get to the white flag, I don't think Swan has anything for him. I think Down East truly is the quickest car here today. What a move. Coming down to the bus stop. Let's see if Swan maybe can try aggressive braking. He might be able to suck up to him a little bit. Swan looking at that gap. It's 310s, 0.34, 35. He has the draft now. He should be able to suck up to him before turn 1. I think this is... Oh, God, there's a car around in the back. Clone is around. I don't think he's going to call that yellow, though, so we're going to stay green. Swan to the outside. Here we go. 2 wide for the lead. Coming to the first turn. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Here we go. Again, the 2 fastest cars here all day. Down East gets a little bit aggressive with the braking. Swan's now all over his bumper. He's right there. He's in prime position to move him if he wanted to. No way. Did Clone call that yellow? Oh my God, the caution came out. The race is over. Oh my Clone. Oh my God. Oh, you want some more heated tempers? Oh, y'all just get the matches out. Light the fireworks. So that's official. That's it. The race is over. Down East will officially win the race. I thought these 2 were going to battle it out for one final lap, but because Clone spun in the back, he will officially bring out that yellow that ends the race. Okay, like I said at the top, drivers have the options to call yellow if they want. They can. They have the full right to, but they can also keep it green. They can just say, okay, just keep going. You know, that's up to driver choice. Oh my God, Clone's teammate was in 2nd place battling for the lead. Oh my God. But now I'm a little bit confused because whenever Clone was around, I'm not really sure when the caution came out. I am getting word that Clone did not call that caution. This is unofficial until I get word from more people, but apparently the 88 car called that yellow flag. Also, I just got another piece of news. This race is not over, apparently. Hold on. Okay, hold on, y'all. There's a lot going on here. Jeez, it's not over yet. Alright, y'all. Give me 1 second because I have to go square this away. I genuinely don't know what's happening right now. Again, this race is very interesting to say the least. Alright, so I will be right back. Let me go take care of this. Alright, y'all. Sorry for that intermission there, but I've just been fully brought up to speed. A caution was called when it should not have been. And basically, we're going to say that that attempt didn't happen. They're going to line them back up and do a fourth attempt, basically. But yeah, we just had a little problem. We've now handled it. So yeah, the next attempt is going to be the last attempt. And I want to apologize for that because I'm not in the actual chat with all the people in it. So yeah. That's why there's just confusion going on. Alright, y'all. Again, this is the final attempt, so all the stuff I said about the last attempt, this truly is the last attempt. Long story short, somebody was asking if a caution was coming out, and they did it really poorly. And then, yeah, that caused people to slow down when they didn't have to and all that. So, yeah, just a cluster of stuff that didn't need to happen. But, yeah, we're going to line them back up and get them going again. All right, so shout out to everybody here. And, yeah, Ambrose in the 88, he has parked it. He's done with this for good reason. Yeah, here we go. Downey's still leading. Swan's still in second. We're going to see what these boys can do. Again, we were set to have an amazing finish there, you know. Down East and Swan were side by side coming to the white. And then basically a fake caution got called, one that didn't need to be called. And I am sorry, there at the start there, I thought Clone had called it when he spun, but trust me, that was not Clone who called it. Clone was letting him race it out, and then some other guy made everybody think the caution was out when it wasn't, so sucks to suck. And once again, just shout out to anybody still watching. We might in fact get really close to hitting the Daytona 500 race length, shockingly. In a long race. And again, I'm not going to say the full story of what caused that last green white to not work, but dear God, it's just so infuriating. Alright. 10 of 10. Dear God, it's so late. So now, for the final time, I promise you, it's the final time this time. Coming to the choose cone. Down East will go low. Swan goes high, and so does Clone. They're going to try their best to restart what they did last time. Coming out of the final corner, coming down to the start-finish line. This is it, folks. This race has taken over 2 hours. Lots of tempers, lots of arguing on track, lots of dooring, lots of bumping. And it's finally going to come to an end, what we've been waiting for. And here we come. Green flag is out. Another huge push by that 3 car, almost duplicating what happened last time. That was, wow, that was a huge bump by that 3 car. Down East, once again, still in position to, wow! Swan got really hard on the brakes. Down East just punted him. Frankie is to the lead. Where the heck did that 9 car come from? Oh my God. Things are happening. Things are happening. Everybody's still straight. I guess everything's fine. Trying to... Yeah, they're still full steam. No caution, send it. They're still going. Frank has been, not to be offensive, but irrelevant all day. Now he's in the lead. A little bit late on the braking there, but he's still going to hold it coming out of the corner. But now Frank has a problem because the 2 fastest cars all day are now right behind him. Oh, this is insane. the RFK rookie in that number 9 Procore car up to the lead. Down East looks like he's falling off of the pace, actually. Now Pug is up to 4th. What happened to this grid in that one corner? Everything just flip-flopped upside down, essentially. Down East looks out of it. Swan's going to go look into the inside. Oh, Frank was a little bit late braking. He's going to send it in there. He's going to hold it coming out of that. Oh, my gosh. Down East is there up to 3rd. It looks like he will have Swan's draft, but does Swan have Frank's draft? Y'all, if Frank wins this race, this will literally be... Coming out of the final corner to the tri-oval, here we go. There's no caution. The white flag is out. This is truly the last lap of the Discount Tire 250. Frank has 1 lap to defend against these 2 speed demons behind him. Here we go. We're going to see if Swan or Down East can formulate a plan to get up to him. And again, in Eagle 1, this is what Frank does. Frank drives the Mustang in the Cup Series. He has a lot of experience with this car. This car is a lot different, but he still has experience with it. Look at that drive off the corner. Gap is staying at 5/10. Frank is in a great position right now. Down East and Swan working hard. They're door-to-door. Dude, this might help Frank win the race. This right here is not what Swan wanted to see, as Down East is going to go by for 2nd place, and the lead to Frank is now 9/10. Swan looks like he's off his game right now. He really does. Coming out of that corner, Frank is in the position now, 8/10 and climbing for the lead. Again, I met Frank in Eagle 1. He's been in a couple of other leagues that I have also been a part in. To my knowledge, he does not have any Eagle 1 race victories. He doesn't have any race victories in the other league, I don't think, either. So, this could be his first career win in any league. This is a huge moment for RFK Racing. Through the bus stop, can he get there cleanly? It looks like he will. The lead is staying at 7/10, and it is gaining. Frank is driving away in that 9 car. Pudge didn't show up tonight because he said he had other things to do, and what a shame, because make way to victory lane. RFK Racing and Frank is going to win the Discount Tire 250. Oh my God, what a developing story for this race. His first career victory ever, not just the NFRL, but across many other leagues. Oh my gosh, and that is the first win by a rookie in I don't know how long. Frank is a rookie. He's in contention for Rookie of the Year this season. Oh my God. Alright, you know what? Fine. I'll admit it. I would not have admitted it about a half hour ago. But you know what? That was worth the wait. Frank takes RFK back to victory lane after the struggles they had yesterday in the Oshkosh doubleheader. RFK was irrelevant all day. I think they finished in the back 3 spots or whatever, but now he got RFK back to victory lane in the FES series. I'm telling you what, Frank just put on a show for these guys. Oh my God. Alright, and we're going to get these settings back up here. Actually, turn that off. Turn this on. And there we go. All spotlight on Frank, dude. I cannot believe what we just witnessed. And again, today, he didn't seem like he had the speed, really. But then, the late green-white checkered, he timed that restart perfectly. And then, Down East and Swan raced each other so hard for 2nd, he just drove away. That is how you do it. Shout out to Pudge right now, because he's probably just jumping through the roof watching his teammate get the win. Rookie of the Year contender getting a win in his 2nd start for FES. Oh my gosh. Alright, now I must warn you, I don't know how upset or mad some of these people are going to be, because that was a tight race. Lots of bumping, lots of anger. But we are going to go in there and we are going to interview him, and you might hear some sideline chat. So very sorry if that happens. Actually, I'm going to let some of these people give him his bump first, because, again, first-time winner. I genuinely think that was his first time winning, certainly recently in any league. RFK Racing going back to victory lane for the first time in I don't even know how long. And yeah, Clone just punted him off the track there, but yeah. Yeah, and there's also there's some heat. There's some people not happy after that race, as you can tell. Again, I'm going to try to give these people some time to cool down a little bit. But Frankie is going to get a win sticker on his car. Finally going to get to experience Victory Lane. Again, Pudgy, I hope you're watching, brother, because your driver's going to Victory Lane. You better give him a call. Alright, I think they're enough through the track now, so I'm going to try to get this call up on the line. See what happens here. Again, fair warning, there might be some sideline chat.
Come back here down east.
Frankie, this is Formal Guy in the booth. Do you have a copy, my friend?
Hell yeah, man. I got you.
So, brother, I am going to say up front, I am very sorry Pudge is not here to race and to take part in this with you. However, after all the drama-laced restarts and all the drama we had for this whole race, I must say, I said multiple times that this race was taking too long and we just needed to finish it and get it over with. But, you know what? Knowing this was the ending, I think it was fully worth the wait. How are you feeling, brother? Your first career victory in the NFRL.
Oh, I'm absolutely loving it. I am loving every minute of it.
So, what did you do on that restart? Because I know Down East and Swan were racing each other hard as ever. I mean, obviously contesting for the win, but then you just came out of nowhere, squeaked by for the lead, and then all of a sudden, second and third place were racing so hard they just couldn't catch you.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people were going pretty chaotic in the one, so I kind of kept my cool. I was going wide most of the time just to get a run off of the corner, and luckily it worked out for us. Got the run and eventually got the lead and the win.
I gotta say, Pudge has been notified about your race win. We're just hoping he can get online and reply, but I gotta tell you, dude, yesterday in the Oshkosh doubleheader, it is what it is. RFK was practically irrelevant. They were in the back three spots almost all day, and now all of a sudden, for the first time, I want to say in maybe 3 to 5 months in that ballpark, RFK hasn't won a race. And now you're Rookie of the Year contender, and now you're taking that number 9 Procore car to Daytona Victory Lane. I cannot imagine how much you're bouncing up and down in that car right now, brother.
Yeah, like I said, man, I'm absolutely loving it.
Well, and just as a final question, I know you just joined the NFRL this season, new to you with this style of racing in general, with how we run things here, but do you think it was a good choice to come over here?
Well, saying as where I was in the past, I'd have to say yeah. I'd have to say yeah. A lot. 100 times over.
Well, hey, just a huge congrats from me up in the booth, and I know your colleagues are really proud of you for getting that win, because, again, we all know you pretty well by now, and I know every driver is definitely happy for you getting this win. And, again, I hope maybe you can even go for a repeat next week, but just a huge congratulations, brother.
Yep, thanks, man.
Well, y'all, this has been the Discount Tire 250. This race is certainly going to be logged in NFRL history, because first time we've ever had 4 green whites. First time we've ever had, I think, about 85 to 90% of the field door somebody else during the race. First time we've ever had a rookie win a stage thanks to 2 veterans taking themselves out of it, which I recommend. If you don't watch this whole race, go watch the entirety of stage 2 start to finish, because that was WWE. I don't care what you say. This should be the WWE 250. But again, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. At one point, we had 10 people watching this stream, so I thank you guys very much. Subscribe if you're new. Check out all of our other live videos that we're going to be doing. And remember, Cup is going to be racing here on Monday. This was just FES, so if this is the little leagues, I can't wait to see what the big boys do when they fight. But again, Thank y'all so much for watching. This is the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and we will see y'all next time in the ring.